Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. Marcus Mariota's performance in Week 13 of the NFL season left fans and analysts with mixed emotions. Embodying the duality of being both a winner and a loser in a single contest, on Sunday, the Washington Commanders faced the Denver Broncos in a game that carried high stakes for playoff contention. A clash that pitted the former Oregon Duck quarterbacks against each other. Mariota, now in his 11th year in the league, took the field with the weight of his team's postseason hopes on his shoulders, while Bo Nix, facing the Commanders, represented both a personal and professional challenge to Mariota's established veteran presence. The contest unfolded at Northwest Stadium, a venue where tension and excitement were palpable from kickoff, and for the fans of Washington, the outcome was a bitter pill to swallow. The game extended into overtime, ultimately ending in a 27-26 loss for the Commanders, a result that, while devastating in the moment, also left room for appreciation of Mariota's individual performance amidst the frustration of another close defeat. Mariota displayed flashes of the player who had once been the second overall pick in the NFL draft, showcasing both his passing prowess and his ability to contribute in the running game, elements that have defined his career since his days with the Oregon Ducks. From a statistical standpoint, Mariota's performance was impressive despite the loss, revealing both his endurance and adaptability under pressure. He completed 28 of 50 passes, achieving a 56% completion rate, and threw for 2 touchdowns, with a single interception. In addition to his passing statistics, Mariota also made a significant impact on the ground, amassing 55 rushing yards on 10 carries, a season high for him. Both of his passing touchdowns came after halftime, highlighting his ability to adjust and respond to the defensive schemes of one of the league's top-ranked units. This combination of passing and rushing contributions reflects the versatility that Mariota has carried from his collegiate career into the professional ranks, making him a dual-threat quarterback capable of shifting momentum in critical moments. His precision on downfield passes, particularly to tight end Zach Ertz and wide receiver Terry McLaurin, emphasize his continued connection with his targets and his ability to execute complex reads. Even under the stress of a tight game, the coordination with his receiving cores, especially in crucial situations, underline the veteran instincts that Mariota brings to the Washington offense, allowing him to navigate coverage and defensive pressure with calculated decision-making. One of the standout aspects of Mariota's game was his long passing distribution, which highlighted both his arm strength and strategic approach to offense. Early in the first quarter, an 11-yard completion to Zach Ertz set the tone for Mariota's ability to connect on the move, followed by a 21-yard pass to the same tight end that signaled his intent to stretch the field. Mariota's long passes, defined as those exceeding 10 yards, were distributed mainly to Ertz and McLaurin, with 6 successful completions to McLaurin and 5 to Ertz. This consistent targeting reflected Mariota's understanding of defensive tendencies and his ability to read coverage quickly. The longest connection of the game came late in overtime, when Mariota threaded a 38-yard pass to Deebo Samuel, placing the Commanders at 1st and goal. Though the coverage on Samuel was arguably lax, the sequence demonstrated Mariota's mastery of progression reads and his calmness under intense situational pressure. These moments highlighted that, while the final outcome was disappointing, Mariota's skill set remains relevant and influential in high-stakes scenarios, ensuring that he continues to command respect as a quarterback capable of executing under duress. Despite these high points, Mariota struggled at the outset of the game, illustrating the challenges that can accompany a quarterback navigating a high-pressure environment. Early in the contest, Washington's first drive, lasting nearly 6 minutes over 10 plays, indicated potential difficulties in establishing a running game against Denver's defensive front. Mariota's attempts to find rhythm through the passing game initially fell short, with incomplete passes to Ertz and McLaurin that hindered offensive momentum. His lone interception came in the first minute of the second half, a setback that could have shifted the game's momentum further in favor of the Broncos. Nevertheless, Washington's ability to recover a fumble later in the drive mitigated what could have been a more significant error, showcasing Mariota's resilience in managing mistakes and staying engaged with the flow of the game. These early struggles underscored the duality of Mariota's performance. While he exhibited flashes of brilliance in key moments, He also faced moments of inconsistency that ultimately influenced the outcome of a closely contested game. Another area where Mariota shined was in his rushing, which continues to be a hallmark of his playing style. His ground game contributed crucial first downs, extending drives and providing the Commanders with opportunities to remain competitive. In a tightly contested match, Mariota's physical toughness was evident as he absorbed hits and pushed through defenders, leaving his uniform covered in grass and dirt by the end of overtime. These efforts did not go unnoticed by his peers, with Bo Nix commenting on Mariota's performance, acknowledging the level of professionalism and effort displayed throughout the contest. Mariota's ability to combine passing and rushing effectively in the same game emphasizes his adaptability and value as a dual-threat quarterback, a trait that has defined his career since his days at the University of Oregon. This dual capability allows him to create opportunities where others might falter, maintaining offensive momentum even when conventional passing options are limited. The narrative of Marcus Mariota in Week 13 is therefore one of complexity, demonstrating both triumphs and setbacks in a single, hard-fought contest. While the Commanders ultimately fell short against the Broncos, Mariota's individual performance was a testament to his skill, leadership, and experience. His ability to connect downfield, execute under pressure, and contribute significantly to the running game illustrated why he remains a respected figure in the NFL. Moreover, the resilience shown in bouncing back from early mistakes, managing the flow of the game, and maintaining composure in overtime reflects the qualities that have sustained his career over more than a decade. Mariota's role in the Washington offense, whether as a starter or as a reliable backup, remains crucial, and performances like this one reaffirm his status as a veteran capable of impacting games meaningfully. Ultimately, Week 13 revealed Marcus Mariota as both a winner and a loser, encapsulating the duality of professional sports where individual excellence can coexist with team disappointment. His statistical output, highlighted by passing touchdowns, rushing yards, and strategic downfield distribution, demonstrated that Mariota retains the talent and football intelligence that earned him national recognition and his induction into the University of Oregon Athletics Hall of Fame. At the same time, early struggles and critical missed opportunities illustrate the ongoing challenges he faces in achieving consistency at the highest level. For Washington fans, the game was a roller coaster of emotions, with moments of exhilaration tempered by the sting of defeat. For Mariota himself, the performance reaffirmed his status as a versatile, veteran quarterback capable of making a meaningful contribution to his team, whether leading as a starter or providing leadership and stability as a backup alongside Jaden Daniels. As the season progresses, Mariota's ability to balance these highs and lows will continue to define his legacy, offering both hope and lessons for the remainder of the campaign, and cementing his position as a player whose career continues to offer compelling narratives in the NFL landscape. The story of Marcus Mariota in Week 13 is one that combines the drama of professional football with the nuance of individual performance, illustrating the delicate balance between success and failure that defines the careers of elite athletes. His ability to maintain poise under pressure, execute critical plays, and demonstrate resilience in the face of adversity underscores the attributes that have kept him relevant in a league that demands both physical skill and mental acuity. While the 27-26 loss to the Broncos represents a setback in the standings, it also serves as a reminder of Mariota's enduring value as a player capable of making game-changing contributions. The blend of victories within personal performance and the challenges of team outcomes paints a rich picture of Mariota as both a winner and a loser in the same contest, a duality that adds depth to the narrative of his NFL career through the highs of precise downfield passes, impactful rushing plays, and veteran leadership, alongside the lows of early interceptions and missed conversions. Mariota's Week 13 performance encapsulates the complexity of football, where individual excellence and team dynamics intersect in unpredictable and compelling ways. His continued ability to influence games, support teammates, and adapt to evolving situations cements his legacy as a player who embodies the nuanced reality of professional sports, providing fans and analysts with both memorable highlights and lessons to ponder long after the final whistle. And reflecting on the Week 13 showdown, Marcus Mariota emerges as a compelling figure whose impact transcends the simple measure of a win or loss. While the Commanders fell to the Broncos in overtime, Mariota's ability to lead, execute critical plays, and demonstrate both passing and rushing versatility speaks to his enduring skill set and professional acumen. His performance serves as a case study in the complexities of quarterback play in the modern NFL, illustrating how individual excellence can coexist with team shortcomings. The long passes to Ertz, McLaurin, and Samuel, coupled with timely rushing contributions, reflect a player who remains capable of influencing game outcomes, despite the pressures of high-stakes competition. Week 13 thus serves as a microcosm of Mariota's career, a blend of talent, resilience, and occasional frustration, offering both highlights and teaching moments that enrich the narrative of his professional journey as the Commanders look forward to the remainder of the season. Mariota's presence provides stability, veteran insight, and the potential for game-altering plays, ensuring that his dual role as both a winner and a loser will continue to be a defining theme in the story of his NFL legacy. Marcus Mariota's journey in Week 13, from early setbacks to moments of brilliance, exemplifies the intricate balance between personal achievement and team success in professional football. His ability to execute precise long passes, accumulate rushing yards under pressure, and display veteran leadership underscores the qualities that have made him a respected figure in the league for over a decade, despite the 1-point overtime loss to Denver. Mariota's contributions reaffirm his value to the Commanders and highlight the duality inherent in competitive sports, where a player can simultaneously shine and struggle within the same game. The performance also offers insights into Mariota's potential future role in Washington, whether as a starter or a trusted backup alongside Jaden Daniels, emphasizing that his experience and skill remain critical assets for the franchise. Through both the triumphs and disappointments of Week 13, Mariota's impact on the field reinforces the narrative of a quarterback who embodies resilience, adaptability, and professional excellence, providing fans and analysts alike with a vivid example of the highs and lows that define life in the NFL. This Week 13 contest between the Commanders and Broncos, while ending in heartbreak, allowed Marcus Mariota to demonstrate that even in defeat, a player's influence on the field can be profound. From connecting on deep passes to delivering effective rushing plays, Mariota's game illustrated the blend of skill, vision, and determination that has characterized his career since his days as a collegiate standout. While the loss will be recorded in the standings, the performance serves as a reminder that football is a game of nuanced contributions, where individual effort can shine regardless of the scoreboard. Mariota's ability to navigate adversity, respond to defensive pressure, and produce critical plays in clutch moments underscores why he continues to be a respected presence in Washington's quarterback room as the season progresses. Performances like this one ensure that Mariota's dual identity as both a winner and a loser in a single contest will remain an integral part of the ongoing story of his NFL career, illustrating the complexities, challenges, and triumphs that define professional football at its highest level. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. The NFL world is buzzing like never before, and the latest whispers coming out of Washington are sending shockwaves across locker rooms, media rooms, and living rooms of die-hard fans everywhere. If you thought the offseason had already thrown enough curveballs, think again, because what's happening with the Washington Commanders might just be the biggest plot twist of the year. Sources familiar with the inner workings of the league are hinting at a move that would make any football fan's head spin. The Commanders, against all expectations, have reportedly moved to bring back Chase Young. Yes, you heard that right, Chase Young, the explosive defensive end who had been the subject of countless trade rumors and contract speculation, might be on his way back to the very team that drafted him with high hopes and even higher expectations. The whisper started quietly, almost in the shadows. As is often the case with NFL gossip, a few insiders dropped hints on social media threads, then podcasts picked up the scent, and suddenly the story went viral. According to these whispers, the NFL itself was involved in what some are calling a buried agreement, a deal that reportedly existed behind closed doors, meticulously orchestrated but never officially announced. The leak, which has fans and analysts scrambling, suggests that the Commanders have been negotiating for weeks, quietly, methodically, and with a precision that could make any general manager proud. What makes this even juicier is the secrecy surrounding the terms, the numbers, the guarantees, the structure of the contract. All of it was allegedly buried under layers of confidentiality, only to emerge now in a whirlwind of speculation. What's particularly tantalizing about this potential move is the context surrounding Chase Young's career since bursting onto the scene. Young has been a player who inspires awe and fear in equal measure. His combination of speed, power, and technique made him a household name almost overnight. And his rookie season performances set the bar for defensive ends in the modern game. However, injuries and off-field distractions have occasionally tempered the excitement, leading to a narrative that perhaps his career trajectory could be more explosive elsewhere. Now, with this supposed reunion with the Commanders, fans are imagining what a fully focused, fully fit Chase Young could accomplish back in a system designed around his strengths. The rumor mills suggest that both parties see this as a chance to rewrite the story, to create a chapter that could redefine legacies. The intrigue is heightened by the supposed involvement of the NFL in the backroom dealings. It's unusual, to say the least, for the league to have such an active role in any single-player transaction. Yet the leaks imply that the agreement was monitored and perhaps facilitated at some level. Whether this was to ensure compliance with salary cap constraints, maintain competitive balance, or simply because the league recognizes the star power of a player like Chase Young, it adds a layer of almost cinematic drama to an already electrifying rumor. Insiders describe the negotiation as a chess match, with executives and agents maneuvering carefully, aware that any misstep could leak and cause a media frenzy. And indeed, here we are, in the middle of that frenzy, with fans speculating endlessly about the motives, the benefits, and the possible consequences of such a monumental move. One of the reasons this story has taken hold so quickly is the sheer improbability of the situation. Typically, when a star player leaves a team, particularly one as young and impactful as Chase Young, the reunion scenarios are few and far between. Contract demands, ego considerations, and long-term strategy often make such a return a logistical nightmare. Yet, according to the whispers, the Commanders have managed to navigate these treacherous waters with astonishing agility. The narrative being spun by those close to the negotiations is that there was a mutual recognition of unfinished business, a sense that neither party had truly reached their potential without the other. Imagine the headlines, the hype, and the anticipation if this actually comes to fruition. Imagine the locker room dynamics, the fan celebrations, and the ripple effect across the league. Every quarterback lining up against Washington will have to rethink their approach when faced with a revitalized, hungry Chase Young. The financial dimensions of the deal, while still shrouded in secrecy, are also generating intense curiosity. Speculation ranges from a blockbuster contract that rewards Young handsomely for his past achievements to a clever structuring that allows the Commanders to maintain cap flexibility while still acquiring elite talent. Some insiders hint at incentives tied to performance milestones, sack totals, and even leadership roles within the team. Others suggest that there may be clauses designed to maximize team cohesion, to ensure that Young's return is as much about cultural fit as it is about on-field production. The implications for other teams are massive. If this move is confirmed, it could reshape the market for defensive ends, alter draft strategies, and even influence coaching approaches as other franchises scramble to respond. Of course, the story is still a rumor, and rumors in the NFL have a way of evolving rapidly. One day, they are whispered behind closed doors. The next, they are trending hashtags on Twitter. And sometimes they vanish entirely, leaving fans to wonder what could have been. Yet the consistency of the sources reporting on Chase Young's potential return is what makes this particular narrative so compelling. Multiple insiders, each with a track record of accurate scoops, are converging on the idea that the Commanders are serious, that the discussions have moved past theoretical and into operational territory. Even casual observers can sense the momentum building. The energy around Washington's fan base is palpable, with social media feeds lighting up with speculation, highlight reels of Young's past dominance resurfacing, and debates about how this move could alter the balance of power in the NFC. Beyond the numbers, beyond the logistics, there is an almost mythical quality to the tale. Chase Young represents not just talent, but a story, a young athlete whose career has already seen extraordinary highs and dramatic lows. The idea that he could be returning to the place where it all began, potentially to reach the heights everyone expected when he first entered the league, resonates on a level that transcends football strategy. It is the kind of story that draws in casual fans, captivates analysts, and keeps sports talk radio buzzing for weeks. The mere suggestion of such a reunion invites endless speculation about chemistry with teammates, fit within the current defensive scheme, and potential leadership impact in the locker room. And let's not forget the human element. Rumors suggest that there is a genuine desire on both sides to make this work, a recognition that the timing, the environment, and the stakes are aligned perfectly for a bold, headline-grabbing move. Some insiders even hint at personal conversations between Young and the front office, conversations that reflect mutual respect and a shared vision for the future. This is not just about contracts and cap numbers, it is about identity, legacy, and the intangible spark that transforms a talented athlete into a transcendent figure on the field. Fans are imagining not just the plays, not just the stats, but the moments, the sacks, the forced fumbles, the game-changing runs, moments that could define a season and perhaps even an era. As the NFL rumor mill continues to churn, one thing is clear: the potential return of Chase Young to the Washington Commanders has captured the imagination of the football world in a way few stories do. Analysts, fans, and insiders alike are leaning into the speculation, weighing every possible outcome, dissecting every leaked detail, and preparing for what could be one of the most talked about moves of the decade. Whether it is framed as redemption, strategy, or pure spectacle, the narrative is irresistible. In a league where uncertainty reigns and storylines often rival the drama of the games themselves, this potential reunion promises to be a masterclass in both the borrowed agreements, the secrecy, the leaks, the speculation. It all combines into a story that is as much about intrigue as it is about football. For now, the world watches, listens, and imagines, knowing that if the whispers are true, we may be on the verge of witnessing something truly extraordinary in the NFL. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.